Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Melissa and I am a psychology major at UCF and I'm taking a social psychology class this semester, so I thought it'd be interesting to do a social experiment and ask college students what they think about hookup culture. Thank you to the people that were involved in this video. I appreciate y'all and let's get into it. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so what are your thoughts about hookup culture?
I think it's kind of just glorified in college. Like, if you talk to people, like a lot of people I know aren't into hooking up. I think it's just more like when you watch movies and you think about college, like you think about the parties and the hookups and drugs and all the alcohol. But if you talk to people, like there's just as many people I know, if not more, that really aren't into it.
I like that. I like that. Do you think that there's like pressure to like go into that?
Definitely. Because when you come to college, you're like, oh, well, parties, like hookups, like that's what you're supposed to do. And like I said, like with movies, stuff like that, like it's kind of just expected.
Yeah.
You talk to people, like.
Do you think that you can have like a normal college experience without that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you can go to parties and not hook up. Like it's just your personal choice.
Thanks. That's good. Is there anything you would like to add?
Don't do anything you're not comfortable with.
Yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Okay, so what are your thoughts about hookup culture?
I think it's pretty gross.
Same.
People in college feel pressured into it, as in if I don't become a part of this culture, I might as well not be able to find anyone, or I'm not living the full experience of college. I'm not doing what is meant to be done while I'm here, especially for girls, and it's very reversed for guys. You're known as the girl who hooks up with people, or a prude who doesn't, playing hard to get, or you just are seen as someone who's not worth the time to invest in because you're not going to have sex immediately.
Do you think personally this has affected your life in college?
I have not participated in hookup culture. I've never hooked up with anyone. But I understand how loneliness can affect that factor. A lot of people move to college, move out, and they're completely alone. They're in a new place, a new town, away from friends, family, or anyone they've ever known, especially myself right now. So I see how the allure catches a lot of girls, guys, to want to participate in it. And although it's fine for anyone to participate in it, you shouldn't feel pressured to, or you shouldn't allow the pressure to make you do something you don't want to do, which a lot of people fall into. They have a lot of regrets. And just, although you may want to do it because, and it's fine if you want to do it, but if you're doing it out of need to be validated or fill a void, then just kind of reconsider for a moment.
That's really good. That's really good. Okay, so do you have any advice on like what you can do instead? Like maybe like any advice on how to like meet people in college that's not through that?
I'm pretty friendly. I meet a lot of people in my major. I ask to grab drinks, say I don't know the area too well, and obviously we both engage in the same activities, so let's grab something to do. If you have any free time, let me know. I'll give them my schedule.
Probably won't put that part, but thank you.
Hi.
Hey. Okay. So what are your thoughts about hookup culture?
I think that hookup culture is highly glamorized and has been normalized for a very long time. It feels like it's an expectation that once you come to college that you feel like you have to, like, what's the word?
Put it out.
Yeah. Hook up?
Yeah, basically you feel like you have to join that culture and you have to hook up to, I guess, have this type of representation or to be viewed in a way where you're desirable by men or women or whatever other gender that you're, into.
Yeah.
And I feel like you shouldn't have to feel that way. So if you're, let's say, a senior in high school and you're going to go to college, do not feel pressured. Do not think that you have to be a part of hookup culture, because you don't have to. It's your choice, it's your decision, and it's your body. Remember that. Respect yourself and your body and your dignity.
Period.
And me as a person, so I'm Christian, so that's something I wouldn't be a part of, but also morally and like emotionally, I want a loving, caring, like genuine, committed relationship. So I'm not going to hook up with somebody because if I catch feelings,
Period.
they're not going to reciprocate those feelings because they don't want a relationship. They just wanted to do the do and skedaddle.
Yep.
I'm not trying to do the do and skedaddle. I'm trying to do the do when I'm married. So
Period.
me,
Cautious.
I'm an abstinent college student, and that's an option that you can do for yourself. You can be abstinent where you're waiting to have sex until you're ready, or you're waiting until marriage. And I'm waiting till marriage, so I don't feel the pressure to have sex in college.
Speak your truth, sis. Speak your truth. Go off.
Also, with hookup culture, like, I just feel like it's gotten way out of hand, like, over the years. I just think it's got way more toxic as well. So if you take hookup culture and toxicity, which has been glamorized on social media, and you put it together, that's poison. I don't want none of that, okay?
Period.
If you want that, that's you. But I don't want none of that because my personality, I'm very sensitive, I'm very loving, I'm genuine, I'm sweet, and I don't want hookup culture and toxicity because that's gonna, like, ruin me as a person. It's gonna bring me down. It's gonna degrade me, and it's gonna belittle me. So for those of you, whether you're a senior in high school or you're in college, a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, let's say you've never had sex, or you have maybe once or twice, and you feel pressured by peers or anyone around you who's making you have sex with this person, that's someone that you don't have like any emotional or relational ties to. Don't do it. It's your body. Please respect yourself and your body. Don't do anything that you don't want to do, okay? Consent is very important. To go to your resources on campus, whether it's like a victim services or the local police department on your campus, or some trusted adult on your campus, even like a counseling service, someone that you need to talk to who has taken advantage of your consent. Please go to talk to somebody, okay? Please do not bottle that inside. Please, I beg of you.
Go off. I was gonna ask questions, but you covered it, girl. Thank you so much. Hey guys, so we're gonna do a little group panel now. So speaking of like timeline, when do you think the pressure started, hookup culture? Do you think it started in college when you got here, or was it in high school?
High school.
High school?
It started for me like once junior, senior in high school.
Yeah,
Same.
definitely. I think it got more difficult for me my freshman year because that's how I was able to just figure out like, oh, okay, hookup culture was real. Like, I don't even have to know specific people that I know that's hooking up, but like social media will let you know. Especially
Yeah.
Twitter with UCF, like, it'll let me know like who's hooking up with who. So I felt like it was pressure for me. Like, should I lose my virginity now? I mean, I'm 18. I've been holding on for so long. But
I've been sexually active since high school, so like, I mean, that just tells you that you know, it's pretty encouraged in our society. Not that being abstinent is bad and having safe sex is important, and having sex is okay, but when it's encouraged at such a young age, and when it's normalized to either be with an older person at a young age, it's glamorized. That's the dangerous part, because I have been subject to that because of hookup culture, because of the glamorization of being with an older person.
Does it cause a weird way for you to look at your body because it's so glamorized? Do you think that it causes you to look at your bodies like a different way?
yeah, because on social media, all the little social media, like, what do you call them, people? Ambassadors?
The baddies?
Yeah,
The Instagram,
There we go.
the Instagram models?
Yes, them. They don't look like me. Like, I'm overweight and I'm chunky and stuff. I don't see that many like social media influencers looking like that. They either are slim and they're fit, or they're slim thick with a big booty and they got a chest. And I feel like that's like, in a sense, the body image that's like,
It's a product.
desirable for hookup culture. Like, if your body looks that way, they're gonna like chase after you. Like, they want
Right,
they wanna have
yeah.
sex with you. So that's just how I feel. So like, when I look at my body, I feel, you know, like kind of gross, kind of like embarrassed, but like I have my own insecurities and I'm not ashamed to share them. Like, I'm not completely confident in myself, but I'm working on it every day. So I don't let hookup culture get to me. Okay, hey guys, so I have a question for you all. So if you were raised in any sort of cultural background or religious upbringing, how has hookup culture, I would say, affected you once you started college and you're independent on your own? Or have you been able to still steer away from hookup culture because of the cultural background or religious upbringing you were brought up in?
Ooh, I got an answer. I mean, I was raised Catholic in abstinence, and there's nothing wrong with being abstinent if that's your choice. But there's also the toxic side of staying abstinent, that if you hook up, your body's impure, that if you have sex before marriage, you're degrading yourself. And you know, if if that's your religious take on it and you want to do that for yourself, that's fine. But to push that on a child is incredibly toxic. Have a lot of kids, unlike me, who was raised very strictly Catholic and abstinence. When you're not taught scientific facts and you discover that for yourself, you're not going to, you're going to kind of like have a breakdown and be like, you know, all of this stuff that I was taught is unfactual, is unhealthy, and isn't mentally okay for a child to be consuming, as well as being sexually active later in life. It really damages your mental health.
And I just wanted to say, like, for me, like, I'm Christian, but specifically I was raised up in a Seventh-day Adventist home. So that's something that my mom has instilled in me all my life, that, you know, not to get pregnant, to close my legs, and to wait till marriage. And some people will hit me with the question like, oh, did your mom wait till marriage to have you? And I don't know the answer to that question. So I can't really give them the answer. But it's just something that's like indoctrinated in the religion that I was instilled with from like church and from my mom. And I actually made the decision myself and agreed with like, okay, I will wait till marriage to have sex, because I've learned from people who've had sex that there's unwanted soul ties with people that they didn't want to have sex with or shouldn't have had sex with, because of the soul ties that they interchange. Like there's like toxic energies that they're like switching in at. So I'd rather wait till marriage, but that's up to you.
All right, it started to rain. Thank you so much, y'all.